Things used to be hard in America. To be the best, you had to work hard. And only the best achieved greatness. You wanted to be great because greatness won wars. The men who sprinted into gunfire on the beaches of Normandy were great. So were the ones who planted our flag on Iwo Jima, choked out communism in Korea, crawled through the jungles in Vietnam, and battled in the hot sands of the Middle East. Greatness was everywhere in America because greatness was rewarded. If you wanted to go to Harvard or Yale, you had to be at the top of your class. They demanded greatness from their students. If you wanted to walk the runway at fashion shows and have your face plastered on magazines and billboards, you had to be in tip-top shape, stunning enough to make somebody just stop in their tracks. If you wanted to run NASA, or IBM, or Exxon, you had to be the best in the business. They demanded greatness from their employees, and that demand formed generations of excellence. The weak were weeded out. The strong were rewarded with money and status and a sense of fulfillment. Our society doesn't have standards anymore. Everybody gets a trophy. You're not allowed to judge anybody. Nothing's taboo. The people we revered yesterday are despised today.
Yeah, I do believe that is a problem in today's society. And, I've told you guys the story of when I played in a basketball tournament when I was probably, it was like 11, 12, maybe, 11, 12, maybe 10. I was pretty young. And my team got second in the basketball tournament. And I vividly remember it. I was standing on the basketball court and, they were handing me my second place trophy. And now, obviously, I'm not saying this is the right way to do things before I say what I'm about to say. But I literally took my second place trophy and launched it across the gym floor and walked out. I didn't want it. I was angry that I didn't. First off, I was angry that I didn't win first, right? Only wanted to win. I don't care about second, third, fourth. Like, if I didn't win, like, it's nothing, right? It's win or nothing. Win or go home, right? And for me, like, it was like, why do I want this second place trophy? I didn't win. I don't want it. Now, like I said, once again, hindsight is always 20/20. As you grow, as you age, as you mature, you understand that launching a trophy across the gym floor in front of an entire crowd isn't the smartest decision in the world. But I think at a young age, like, I knew that I didn't want to be patted on the back just for participating. Like, that was never my MO. If I didn't win, I didn't win. Let me sit in it. Let me sulk in it. All right? I don't need a pat on the back. Oh, yeah, you participated. No, get out my face. Get out my face. The next time I come back, I'll be better. Don't worry about it. Now, the next year, we actually won the tournament. But I've just always had that mentality. Now, like I said, I didn't express it in the right ways. But we need to get back to that. Get back to that type of mentality of, if you didn't win, you just didn't win. We're not about to be handing out participation trophies. Hey, you participated. Here you go. No. You didn't win. And that's okay. Come back the next time and get better.
Weakness is rewarded and strength is punished. We traded excellence and achievement for diversity and inclusion. It's happening all across the country. In New York, the NYPD's neutering the physical fitness test. They're taking away the timed run, so it's easier for women to join the force. Apparently, criminals they slow down if a female cop's chasing them. And in Connecticut, they're axing fitness requirements for female firefighters. They don't have to carry the same weight as men. In Delaware, they're making it easier to...
That's going to get people hurt. Seriously.
...become a lawyer, lowering the passing score on the bar exam. Making it easier to become a lawyer the same weight as men. In Delaware, they're making it easier to become a lawyer, lowering the passing score on the bar exam. They say it'll make the courtroom more diverse. Well, if you hate lawyers now, wait until they get dumber. Ivy League schools are lowering...
Hey, I'm only hiring old school lawyers. None of these young lawyers will be hired. Anybody under 40 Well, maybe okay. I won't go that far. Anybody under 35, you're not getting hired. I need that age. I need them experts. Okay, they lowering the bar for that. Nah, I'm not paying you to lose. Absolutely not.
Bring their standards too. Columbia University is dropping the requirement to take the SAT or the ACT. Standardized testing's racist. Public schools across the country are failing their students. The lockdowns put kids way behind on math and reading, especially Black and Hispanic kids. They got hit the hardest. And instead of enriching the curriculum to snap back, they made school easier. They say math is racist and start teaching about feelings instead of numbers. Now, when an engineer designs a plane, I don't care how he feels. I don't want to fly on a plane designed by a touchy-feely guy. I like planes designed by math whizzes that haven't cried since childhood. Math is math. We don't need to feminize it. But Kamala Harris's husband, the second gentleman, Doug Emhoff, he wants to feminize everything. He even wants to feminize masculinity.
Can we just talk about masculinity for a moment? Has being second gentleman changed your own view of perceived gender roles or what it means to be a man?
There's too much of toxicity. It's masculine toxicity out there. And we've kind of confused what it means to be a man, what it means to be masculine, where you've got this trope out there that you've got to be tough and, angry and lash out to be strong. It's just the opposite. Strength is how you...
Say that again.
You've got this trope out there that you've got to be tough and, angry and lash out to be strong.
No, that's not what being a man is. No, that is a lie. Anybody that is lashing out at folks, you're not a man. You're weak. You're weak. You're controlled by your emotions. That's stuff I used to do when I was a kid. I.e. the story of me launching a trophy across the floor. Obviously, I wouldn't do that today. Would I be a little upset that I got second place? Of course, I want to win. Still, I'm not going to be like disrespectful in front of everybody and launch. No, I'm going to be appreciative. Thank you. Going to go home and silently, probably throw the trophy away outside of the view of public. You know what I mean? Like lashing out. That's what? Who said that was a man's quality? Fellas, y'all agree with me? Let me know. In any man that is lashing out, you're not a man. You're a boy. You're a child. You're controlled by emotions. Men don't do that. Y'all, maybe I'm tripping. Y'all let me know. But that's not my definition of a man. So I don't know what he's talking about. And toxic masculinity. He couldn't even say it properly. That's how you know this is like all talking points. He couldn't even get it out properly. Like what's toxic about being a man? I feel like there's this push to like just make men soft. I just don't understand it. Like I almost cursed, but oh man, goodness gracious, it's like never mind. I'm not even gonna finish what I was about to say. I was about to say something that was a little disrespectful, but I'll save it. Okay, this is ridiculous.
It's just the opposite. Strength is how you show your love for people.
Dougie Fresh is more worried about toxic masculinity than toxic train wrecks. You know how you show masculinity? You protect your wife, who's getting ripped to shreds by everybody in Washington. And now we have a first. We have the first female vice president and the first second gentleman who won't stop talking about their feelings. Leadership's about action, but Dougie,
Yes.
not so fresh, wants to talk about his emotions. Kamala's husband kisses Joe Biden's wife and calls you toxic. And MSNBC sits there and pats Dougie on the head. You're such a good little boy. Wife swapping, apologizing, and sitting home
Yeah, what in the world is this?
all day. MSNBC's perfect man. The lower you go, the bigger the reward. Look at Biden's pick for FAA chief. Instead of nominating someone with a long resume of flight and safety experience to run the FAA, Joe picked Phil Washington, a guy who worked at a bus station up until a couple years ago. Phil was under a political corruption investigation for handing out pricey contracts to his buddies while he ran the LA Transit Authority, but now he's getting a promotion. And Phil doesn't know anything about airplanes, but he shatters.
Not sure
I want to say I checked this out with you guys. This stuff is incredible. Check it out.
I can answer that question right now. Sorry, Senator, I cannot answer that question. Oh, thank you for the question, Senator. I'm not a pilot.
Can you tell me what causes an aircraft to spin or to stall?
Again, Senator, I'm not a pilot. I don't want to guess on that, Senator. Report
You know the
back to
three
this
types,
committee.
Mr. Washington? The three
No.
types? Okay.
No, I cannot
That's okay.
spell that out for you.
Okay. So in San Francisco, Denver, and Oregon, homeless people get paid by the government just for living on the street. You hit rock bottom, congratulations, here's a check. And if you're trans, you get twice the
Allegedly.
money. We're paying people to get high and not show up to work. Even the crackheads
Allegedly.
figured it out.
Gotta add that.
When you incentivize bad behavior, which they're doing, it's just going to create more bad behavior. And I'm
Facts.
an ex-crackhead, and I can figure that out.
And now New York City is paying BLM rioters that they locked up back in 2020. If you were pepper sprayed by a cop after smashing a window or looting Macy's, you can get 20 grand. It pays to be mostly peaceful. They want us to be mediocre. Not fit to be a cop? We'll hire you. Not smart enough to be a lawyer? No problem. Don't want to work at all? We'll pay you. They don't want excellence. They want mediocrity. You get punished for trying to raise the standards. If you make a lot of money, you're a capitalist pig. Buy a nice car and a big house for your family. Well, what's your carbon footprint? Get in shape? Stop making me feel bad about my body. This is what corporations want. The government hands you money, and then you hand it over to Big Sugar. Kellogg's and General Mills, you know, the guys that own just about all the cereal and junk food in the grocery store, they're threatening to sue the FDA because the FDA says Lucky Charms and Fruity Pebbles shouldn't be considered health food. Now, I love cereal and I love...
Wait a minute. Nah. There's no way. No possible way. There's no way this is flying. Absolutely not. I'm gonna have to try to remember to look that up after this video. That can't be real. Nah, there's some misinformation right there for you. I guess in today's time, anything should be believable at this point, you know. Maybe it is true now that I think about it, because there is a bunch of crazy things going on. I mean, my goodness. Oh, wow. 2024 can't come soon enough, man. I'm so sick of this. I'm so sick of this. This stuff, listen, I can't wait. Bro, I'm excited. I'm giddy to go cast my ballot. I can't wait to go and vote. Man, oh man, this stuff is just insane.
Of Lucky Charms, but it's a bowl of sugar. It's like eating candy for breakfast. Marshmallows aren't a part of a balanced breakfast. Kellogg's and General Mills say the FDA is violating their First Amendment rights. They should be able to say whatever they want about their cereal. Lucky Charms makes you smarter. Cookie Crisp cures cancer. Fruit Loops makes you taller. Greg's got 3 boxes.
Well, that becomes a problem because someone who sells bleach, you know what I mean, could say, hey, this is a healing product, you know, and then you have a bunch of people, obviously not a lot. Well, I would hope not a lot, but that becomes a real issue when you just allow people to say anything and everything they possibly want on their packaging. I need to look this up to make sure this is true, because this sounds fake. You know, like, even with everything going on, like, this just sounds fake. There's no way. There's no way that this is allegedly, gotta add the allegedly in there, true, you know?
General Mills says their cereal is good for you, and the studies they funded prove it. Look at Fauci's food pyramid. Remember, a bowl of Lucky Charms is healthier than an egg.
Encourage consumption? Is that coffee? Is that what that's supposed to be? Cereal, and I don't know what that is. What is that? Moderate consumption. Looks like we got some grilled chicken. Excuse me, I had hiccups. Grilled chicken. This image. Is this yeah, 720p. Chicken. Looks like we got shrimp. Some kind of meat here. I don't know what this is. Maybe bacon? Minimize consumption eggs. Maybe some ham, cheese. Yeah, okay. Well, most of my mornings I eat some of this, some of that chicken, or some eggs. So yeah, I guess I'm in both the bad categories.
It's free speech, man. We can lie to kids for cash. This is America, right? Big Sugar's been doing this for years.
Allegedly.
Hey guys, can you turn it down? You know, I tried some of those Apple Jacks the other day. They didn't taste like apple.
That's the coolest part of all.
Why?
Dad, you don't get it, do you?
I guess I don't.
He's old. Kellogg's Applejack cereal is part of this complete breakfast. We eat what we like.
Part of a complete breakfast. Very small part. Big Cereal wants to keep pumping kids full of sugar and tell parents it's healthy. And if the FDA labeled it unhealthy, it'd probably wipe out 90% of the boxes in the cereal aisle. That's a big hit. So Big Sugar's going to fight hard. It's all about profits. These are the same people using child
Allegedly.
migrant labor to stuff Lucky Charms and Cheerios into cereal boxes in
Allegedly.
US factories. Lucky Charms, made for kids by kids. And we reached out to General Mills. They told us they had no idea it was happening, but they're taking it very seriously and will investigate it. The same way they're investigating if marshmallows are a healthy breakfast. This is what happens when you lower your standards. They want us fat, dumb, and poor, waiting on the government for our next meal.
Hey, Sean Hannity here.
He said something interesting there at the very end. They want us fat and waiting on the government. And that actually makes sense when you think from the perspective of they want to control us, right? Because if we're dependent upon them to survive, to live, to stay healthy, well, then that gives them more power, right? So that's a very, very interesting thing. And actually, I'm on a diet myself, and getting in better shape. So that's really, really interesting, man. Really, really interesting stuff in a different perspective on things. Like, they want us out of shape and unhealthy. Possibly, maybe, to lower the population. I don't know. You know, I don't want to be some Looney Tunes conspiracy theorist, you know what I mean? But I don't know. What do y'all think? Let me know in the comment section below. Let me know. And as far as like the standards go, I mean, my goodness, I agree with him. I don't want some emotional, you know, DEI hired person in charge of building the plane that I'm now flying on. Nah. See, you know what old folks be like, you know, back in the day, stuff just didn't break. I ain't gonna be flying on any type of new planes. If the plane looks new, it's not for me. It is not for me at all. I'm not flying on anything new. Might have been a DEI hire, you know, a diversity hire that built the plane, and yeah, nah. Yeah. Anyway, y'all let me know what you thought about this one in the comment section below. Like, share, comment. Hit that subscribe button before you go. Peace and love. I'm out.